You guys do know that the nature, the spiritual, the nature of the Messiah is predestined. Like he's born elect. You know, he elected to be faithful before he was born. So the story of the book of Revelation, the little boy Earl, born to Ralph and Mary in the Mesilla Valley, the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, he was predestined to be the nature that he is. Because I was sitting here shooting hoops. I was talking to Lawrence about it, you know, how vicious they were, and they'd hurt you and they'd laugh. You know, and I said the other day, I said, I'm the type of guy that if I was with my back to him and a guy came over and flipped over me and I would hurt myself trying to catch him and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to almost hurt you. But the thing about it is it wouldn't have been me. It would have been them trying to show me up. Because my back would be to them. They kind of try to jump over me. And that's how people get when we compare and we compete. And we fight over what we want instead of take care of each other because we know what we need, right? The Messiah is born to be the way he is because it's the nature of the Spirit that's important. And life being eternal and grace being infinite, his Spirit, okay, is already predestined to be the soul for the temple that's the Messiah, right? Do you understand? It's very important because you don't want to bastardize the Messiah into your cartoon character that isn't like the Messiah. Okay? The Messiah is the Messiah for a reason. Okay? And I've gotten that a lot with the people I'm surrounded by. You know, that vet I talked to yesterday, she killed them all, you know, years ago in the CIA. And I was like, you know, Jesus. I'm not about that, Simon. I'm not here to kill people or start a bloody revolution. I'm here to circumcise their hearts to free the soul from the passions of the mind. Right? I'm here to help them deliver themselves from evil by being the light of the King of Angels. Right? That's who I am. I'm an angel. You know, I'm Ralph and Mary's little boy. Right? The guy from the book of Revelation. A lot of people. Look, it's in there. Trust me. Vatican studied upside down, backwards. I had to have a Marine come and explain to me who they called the first archangel of the apocalypse. My dad, Raphael. Right? The one that Jesus was talking to. But he was too American to get up and do what was necessary to save the Mexicans from the Americans. He was tribal and I was not. You know, true, I wasn't born anywhere south of the border, and I'm not a native to old Mexico, right? And so, you know me. One of the things I remember vividly, we had a bicentennial celebration at Mesilla Park Elementary School, and they brought the kids in and they had their dresses on. That's why I painted these, okay? That's why I painted those. Okay. That's what they look like. Andale, okay? That's what they look like at the bicentennial celebration. You had the United States of America and the American flag and all that, and they were playing mariachi music, and those Americans, those Americanos, see, no, none of us are. Well, some of us are, but we don't have a lot of Italians around here, okay? We have a few. Lorenzo's, best Mexican food in all of Las Cruces. They use green chili in their Alfredo. Yeah, it's really good, okay? Lorraine. Lorenzo's. Oh my gosh, it's really Italian. They use green chili and Mexican spice, but it's very Italian. As I've had Sicilian meatball subs, I know. Yeah. Oh, grandma's love. It's all warm inside and it's staying there for like a half an hour. No, that's real Sicilian food. No, it's spicy and meatballs. Yeah. It's way different than the Americanized stuff because we all don't have the same palate and you want to cater to the most picky eater. If you want the real spicy stuff, you know, you're going to have to go hang out with Henry Hill and hope you didn't go witness location in Boise in the 1970s, right? Shit. Right? You can get some spicy food if you have some Vietnamese immigrants that have a restaurant in Casper. Yeah, you just have to ask for it. Yeah, so you guys just got to understand. Right? Man, I'm tired. I was shooting my hoops. They told me, you know, Earl, you're going to be a little sore, you know, but you weren't in the right frame of mind to do this, you know. Your recovery has to be a total recovery, and you can't be agitated emotionally, psychologically. You can't get in to try to save yourself to be with superficial people and give up on the people that they think need extermination because they have bad science projects from egomaniacs. I'm like, yeah, I know. Keep praying and connecting to... I don't try as much with Steffi. Steffi doesn't talk to me much. She ain't never really has. Amy will. Okay. Emily doesn't as much. She gets depressed. Kate occasionally. The one who talks to me the most in prayer, but not as much recently. But she's very involved in, what's going on in her life. And that was Ray Ray. And I like Ray Ray to have her privacy and to have her thoughts focused on doing what's right by her commitments she makes, just like the way I raised her. And so, and Patrick is very concerned about his mother and the girl he's with that he wants to have kids with. Okay, and so I'm like, okay, my job, shut the fucking whorehouse down so they can all live the kingdom of heaven here on earth. Physically, I don't worry about physically being murdered by perverts. I ain't never did, and I ain't never gonna do. I worried about them doing stuff to my family, but they've already done stuff to my family that's way worse than what they've done to most of your families. And you all sit there and watch as if you're watching the fucking Truman Show. It's the most entertainment thing you've ever watched that never watched. Ever watched that never watched. You're just fucking assholes, right? I'll probably go in there and watch the TMZ stuff on Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Just to connect, to get a feel of, So, boy, I'm glad I didn't play in the NBA. Right? Whew. Yeah, that culture, huh? Oh man, in my time, everybody was doing cocaine and they would all hurt you. They'd hurt you and laugh, And the funny thing is, me and Polynesian women have always gotten along real well. Mostly Hawaiian, not so much Tongan and Samoan. I like Tongan and Samoan women. They just didn't show any interest in. Hawaiian women have always loved me. And kukuipo. And the feeling is mutual. I've always, ever since, dun, 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 dun. Mom, they're so pretty. They're as pretty as a lot of the Mexican girls here in town. The dancers with yeah. I remember watching Hawaii 5. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. Those women are gorgeous. But then you feel like, how would I even stand a chance? The guys are gorgeous too. What if he's an asshole? Keep hope alive, right? You're just kidding around. I'm joking, right? He's got his. I got mine. So don't worry about his, right? You funny. I know. But cultures that aren't based on humble faith, like the Hebrews, have a lot of macho bullshit in them, and I was raised in the macho bullshit, and one of my main things was to stop that, because I didn't like watching a lot of my brothers get abused or killed for trying to be good Christians. So that was one of my very much, it's one of the things, that was one of my goals in life, is to cut down on macho bullshit so we could all be more like Jesus and less like the assholes that, are haters. They're haters. Oh, Jesus can kick their ass. Oh, because I could my whole life. And they'd laugh, right? And it wasn't just the good white ranch assholes in Wyoming, which was still there in 2000, according to the chiefs. It was like, little fucking assholes. I prayed against your daddy. Yeah. Whooped his ass too. Wasn't even funny. Just cupped the ball, looked at him and said, what you gonna do? Oh, it was really nice. No. Me and James got along pretty good. It was just regular trash talking black folk, white folk, but I was mostly black in spirit basketball, right? So I really liked James Winfrey. I liked him, And I liked Alan. I liked, Davis. What was this? Alan Sweets and Debbie's brother. They were both adopted. He's a really nice guy. Yeah. I really enjoyed him a lot, He sat and gave me the old, his parents were both academics, You're gonna know, you may want to avoid going to a community college and try to get one at a four-year school in case you get hurt, and then you can finish academically and then have your career goals. It's like, I don't really think about much academics. I just want to play ball, get paid, and then love. That's how I was as a kid. I ain't trying to regurgitate to them the shit they want to hear to pay the bills, to continue the ills, you know. I was just more that type of dude, like, nah, man, all I want to do is listen to some music, plant a garden, get some barbecue, get busy, eat my salad, do my exercises, and watch the sunrise and the sunset with the most faithful, beautiful girl in the whole world. That about sums it up, right? Hell yeah. Okay. You know Earl. I tell you, soy capitan, man, soy capitan. Mom, if they had an Olympic good taste team, I'd be the captain, mother. I used to tell my mom that all the time. Best taste in all the world. Well, I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. And everything tastes better when you live in the Lord's Prayer. Soy capitán. Yo no soy minero. Soy capitán. Un de poco de grasa. ¿Tú entiendes? You understand what I'm saying? Okay. You better. Mi barrio es Primero Homes. I come from the tribe of Ruth. I was predestined. It's in the Bible. The one they call Lord, second coming of his Father. It's in the Quran. Spirit of John, the one who talks to the boy born outside the valley of the shadow of death of the book of Revelation. And the book of Revelation, so yeah, I talk to Joseph Smith talks to me and I talk to him. Hiram too. I like Hiram a lot. Hiram's real fun. Excellent brother. One of the best brothers in the history of the world. You know, always there for Joe. You know, died side by side with him, trying to live the ways of King David and King Solomon. Because it's the kingdom of heaven and all or nothing at all. Anybody else like Al Jarreau? Right? So, yeah. No, Hiram Smith, man, wow. You know, that's why I get mad at y'all when y'all judge people. You know. For every Spencer J. Kimball and every Taft Benson, there's Brother So, Sister Smell, so Sister Phelps, and so on, and Sister Stott, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The innocent people being manipulated by the guilty because the guilty want to be enlarged and in charge and think their money, their science, and their tech and their ego supersedes the predestined of the born elect in spirit to be the righteous one that's the right way and the light way or the light way and the truth way and the proof way. You know what I'm saying? Quran, the proof. Okay. No, the people who wrote the Quran and Muhammad was the last proof. It says in the Quran that during the apocalypse, it's the 1322nd Redeemer, the one in spirit like Jesus, that gives us worldwide peace through living Islam, which is the peace and truth of Jesus Christ. So how can Muhammad be the last proof? Oh, go out in the tent and have Jeff Dunham and Floofy tell you jokes. What does your daddy look like? He looked like that. He's on the Tabasco sauce? Okay. You like mariachi music too, también? Okay. You ever heard Cell sing The Restless Bull? No, I really like Linda Ronstadt. Love Linda Ronstadt, right? Different drum, long time. So I love Linda Ronstadt, right? Love Trio, right? But I even think Linda Ronstadt will tell you, mine's good, but Cell's mischievous bravado and sensuousness to her voice, okay, it's just mesmerizing. It's intoxicating. Oh, I'm sure that Linda would be gracious and righteous enough to say, yeah, he's right. It's wonderful. That little girl's expression verbally is just, it's wonderful, you know. It's better than a little bit of flan after a lot of really hot rellenos, man. Yeah. Serious? Yes. Okay. 80s? No, I don't know about that. It's about a CSE, you know, it's about the same. You know, my mom really like rellenos. Me personally, I like, funny thing is I like my green chili from New Mexico. Enchiladas pollo rather than beef. I like beef, I like Texas red. We already know that. I like Texas red beef enchiladas, pollo green chicken enchiladas. I like beans. I like rice. I like tamales. I like tortillas. I like corn, but I prefer the flour. How you gonna salad? Salad. and make sure you keep hydrated and drink plenty of good, healthy water. You'll be fine. Just there is no magic Freon filter in the sky. There's no magic carbon emission filter in the sky. Don't go to LA looking for fame, killing yourself to try to promote the phoniness of your name, right? Because then you have to go retreat to like the Hamptons, Jackson Hole, and hang out with all those other murderers and sit there. We're always going to be doing this. We're always going to be cloning and moaning and sex moaning and selling the bullshit where it's illegit and using our robots to try to keep us in business. And that's just bullshit and it's crazy. Everybody knows it's crazy. Everybody knows it's wrong. They know it's wrong from the Matrix movies to the bullshit they give you an animated feature saying this is Lord Saladin. That's a cartoon. Voiced by an asshole who thinks he needs money to fuck here. He ain't nothing like Saladin and me. Salahuddin, depends on your language group. He introduces himself to me as Saladin. Is how he talks to me. He doesn't say I'm Salahuddin. Language group. Love don't get lost in translation. I am to him who he is to me, and so forth. Okay? His name is Earl. And he can say it. He says it to me. Why? Because love doesn't get lost in translation. Muhammad told me the same thing. You know, the truth of faith in God does not get lost in translation, Earl. Anybody who tells you that the Gospels don't translate properly in other people's languages cannot translate. How does love not translate? When you're being loved, you're aware of it. When you're being abused by selfish people, you're aware of it. Okay? Faith in God is love. And you are aware of that. It does not get lost in translation. Okay? Compassion does not get lost in translation. Mercy does not get lost in translation. Do you understand everything that I'm saying? Okay? It's very important that you do. Because I am the living correction to all genocidal corporations that call themselves religions. Pentagon better understand that because I ain't playing. Okay? And they think I'm arrogant and I'm cocky and I make shit up. You can think I make shit up all you want. But you're the one using the invention money with the invention technology to mass murder to accumulate more money to mass murder. Pentagon, I ain't playing. NATO, I ain't playing. All you assholes that call yourselves Muslims and are mass murdering your people to try to look like victims because you victimize people and want to be helped by people that want to make more money the way you make money. You want to do welfare scams in Minnehaha, Braithia Wafa, Sacagawea. All right, don't come around here no more. Stop walking down my street. I gotta put that up on my MP3. Yeah, I gotta put Free Fallin' and Don't Come Around Here. I need some Tom Petty on my thing. I ain't thought about that till now. Anybody else like some of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? I like Don't Come Around Here No More and Free Fallin', and there's another one I know I like, but if I go look them up, I'll find it. Well, I like that one too. Yeah, Tom Petty. He be a trip, man, but he just got something about him. I was like, I like this dude. I like him. Yeah. I like Jack and Diane. I was thinking, other people, what about John Cougar Mellencamp? I like Jack and Diane. Oh, when I fight authority, authority's always winning. I think that's my favorite. When I fight authority, authority always wins. Anybody else like that song? Yeah. Yeah, well, I come from country folk, so I think a lot of folks don't fight authority. Because, if you fight authority, you're being stupid. Red on yellow for kill a fella. Red on black for the jack. Thank you, authority. You think you saved me from doing something stupid. That's authority. People say, you need money to live here. Hey, you ain't nothing like Jesus Christ, King David, or Earl. Get the fuck on up out of here. We ain't going to fight because you ain't going to win or lose. Because truth is the proof, and I is. Now, you need to get up on out of here. All right, thank you. All right, but it's still a fun song, right? It's a limerick for money, but it's still pretty cool. You got to admit, Anybody else like when I fight authority, authority is always winning? I got to put that up on there. So we need some Tom Petty, some John Cougar Mellencamp, and what else? I don't know. Anybody else like General Public? I like Roger. Pato and Roger. I don't have Pato and Roger come again. God gosh, guys, I've got to put that on there. Son of a biscuit eater. That's one of my friends. And Patro and Roger go out. Yeah, but I like Come Again better. But Patro and Roger go talk is good pretty too. Yeah. Hey, Pato, yes, Roger, let me tell you something. We get this one designed to get the people jumping. Oh, yes, I do, and I have to agree. Let's get down to business immediately. The people to shout, we want more, right? Anybody else like Pato and Roger? Uh-huh. Pato and Roger, come again to eliminate inflation. Anybody? No? Who's accounting for taste around here? Pato Beton. I do not sniff the coke, I only smoke since Amelia. I do not sniff the coke, I only smoke since Amelia. Okay, lots of people can relate to that one, right? Okay. I know what my son, my nephew, I know lots of people in my family, I do not sniff the coke, I only smoke since Amelia, right? It's just a little herb stall that I've been saving, right? So you guys good? Okay, don't be assholes. Don't be caught being assholes. Don't be caught putting your money where your mouth is, because your money is fake and so is your mouth, right? If you're gonna be real, do it. If you ain't gonna be real, I would advise shutting the hell up. Okay? So, intelligence believes in truth and does not try to supplant the truth of creation with the invention of the delusions of the mind. Okay? So think truthfully, speak truthfully, live truthfully. If you can't do that, this is a bad time in creation to try to be replacing creation with that there damned invention. Now get out in the field and help pick some lettuce, you damn Republicans. And all you Democrats, money ain't real. And bitching and hoeing for money, saying it's better with organic money than the shit that we had before, is just as fucked up as what they was doing for their, dress up in G.I. Joe clothes and kills for a chore, right? Stop it off. Stop acting like a whore. Hey, yo, pimp daddy Nash, money ain't here no good no more. Because money ain't real. But the truth of creation always is and always will be, right? Okay, like a flower, be like a flower. Be like the Rose of Mecca. Okay? Peace be upon him. He was sad because he knew for how long would this be going on. Boom, 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 boom. All your friends with their fancy persuasion won't admit that it's part of the scheme, but I can't help but have my suspicion because I ain't quite as dumb as I seem. All you said was never intended. I'll break up a scene this way, but I ain't used to any use in pretending. It could happen to us any day, right? How long? Anybody else like AB's tunes? Didn't AB write this one? It's a damn good tune. And Cell sings the heck out of it, right? Yeah, you can still sing a real good cumbia rhythm and not ask for money and live the Lord's Prayer. That's what's so beautiful about the Lord's Prayer. Como mi duele is my pain. Ay, como mi duele. So she's in pain. Okay. I mean, someone's not, somebody's not around, making her feel loved and affectionated. And so, that's not fun. Well, I understand that. That's been my whole life. And I didn't go to Pope Francis Leo Benedict school. I don't put a show on for money for hypocrites. I believe in loving one another faithfully because you have to be fruitful and multiply in order for the love of the Lord and his virtuous wife to eternally inherit the earth through peaceful, faithful love. Okay? All right, guys. I love you, man. No time for the killing floor, man. All right. So stop doing that stuff. Murdering people over money with technology, it's always a bad time to do it. But the more intelligent the technology becomes, the less intelligent it is to do it. All right? Peace out.